My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to the Witchwood, here in Hearthstone single player challenges. Alright, Monster Hunt, show me the next character I'm gonna play. Ooh, different one. Mangy Wolf. Unearthly Howls. Drive the wildlife mad. Give a random minion in your hand +1/+1 guttural howl for 1 energy. And then they have Darius Crowley, the Cannoneer. Position your field artillery to dominate the battlefield. I want to know what this is all about. Is this referring to a cannon in the hero power? And I guess in the name of the hero. Where's that?
Versus a mangy wolf.
Do I have like a bunch of cannon cards? Your cannons do 2 extra damage this turn. Inspire, cruelty. I think I'm just gonna hold this hand. So it starts on board, deals 1 damage to enemies opposite this minion.
Your field cannon to maximize its firepower.
Be a real knight.
Oh, is this gonna work like the chess challenge? Like, if it's here and then there's 2 minions, it attacks the minion, the Timberwolf, and then the other minion to the other side? Let's see. Yeah, it totally is. Okay, I love the chess challenge from Karazhan, it has to have been, right? It was insanely awesome. You should now be able to attack the hero, right? We're using real swords. By the way, just in case anyone's unaware, because of the ratings for games in which children face damage, the lowly squire, who is a child, says run away when the card is destroyed rather than anything else.
Real swords.
We're using real swords. No, but he says run away whenever the card is destroyed so that it doesn't violate the standards against showing death or harm coming to children. Alright, Caltrops. Whenever an enemy plays a minion, deal 1 damage to it. Pillage the Fallen. Whenever your weapon is destroyed, equip a random weapon. Interesting. And passive, your minions have +2 HP entrenchment. I don't like any of these, I gotta be honest. I kind of wanted one to relate to my power. The minions have plus HP. I mean, we do have some taunt minions in here. We've got Fierce Monkey, we've got Bloodhoof Brave. I guess I could build like a taunt deck? A taunt inspire deck? Is there any taunt inspire minion? Not that I can think of off the top of my head at the very least. Deal 1 damage to any enemy after any minion after your opponent plays it. That's going to be super important early and super unimportant later, I feel. Whenever your weapon is destroyed, we have no weapons in this deck. Oh, we have one. We have the King's Defender. I still think that's going to be the weakest of all of these, though. I'm going to go for Entrenchment, and then I'll try and go for like a taunting deck. Cool. So no taunt cards. Oh! Saronite Chain Gang is a taunting card. Pirates. Well, I've got 1 pirate in the deck so far, right? Just the... No, I have 0. It's a very low amount of pirates. So Tentacles for Arms, South Sea Captain, Bloods... no. Like, South Sea and Bloodsail both rely on a different pirate, and I only have 0 in my deck so far. So they would each be the only activator for one another, which is just rough. Also, Tentacle for Arms is, I reserve the right to not say bad things. Brand Bronzebeard is going to come out with 6 HP. And so will the Saronite Chain Gangs. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll take it. Because we might actually have a higher likelihood of getting Brand to stick on the turn we play him, even if we don't play him with defense. The Mute, silence a minion. That's going to be annoying, because Brand's going to be silenced instantly.
Darius versus the mute.
All right, well, let's see what emotes the Mute has.
I am in position.
Oh, okay, so they're involuntarily mute. That makes it a lot sadder. We're using real swords.
I'll be a real knight.
I was worried about that.
Back to work.
We're using real swords.
So she can just silence off the buff that we keep putting on them. It's annoying. So I guess we just kind of try and race her. She seems to be using her hero power really often. So I have to imagine basically her early game is just silence all of your stuff, and then her late game is just drop bombs. Which does strongly concern. How long can this go on? How long can this go on? How long can this go on? 3 times, apparently. You're leaving Bran Bronzebeard there, friend. I just want you to be entirely aware. You've left Bran's Bronzebeard there.
No problem.
I know I have lethal, by the way. I'm just doing this for funsies. Nope.
Get in there and fight, maggot.
And I get to shoot both of them! Hell yeah! And then I'll just
Real swords.
murder you with a real sword. Can you curse a real sword? Continue. Legends? So this is a rush and charge bucket, and then we've just got legendaries. And then Warcry, Doppelgangster, Saronite, Militia. I think I go for this. Having another Saronite, especially with Bran Bronzebeard coming out on turn 3 with 6 HP, it's really difficult to remove him at that rate. And then just following him up with a with a Saronite Chain Gang the next turn, they come out as 2 5s, and there's 3 of them. That's insane. Ravencaller Kozelvert. The feathered fiends of Gilneas flock to his sinister call. Casting hexes, beautiful, I'm glad. Balancing Shudderwalk.
Darius
How are we feeling about
versus Kozelwerd.
Apparently he's not even in balance. It's just when you die to Shudderwalk,
In position.
you know. Oh, you know. You die to Shudderwalk for a good while at least. I don't know if they've sped that up. In fact, I think they may have since I last faced a Shudderwalk deck. Add a random 1-cost minion to your hand.
One day I'll be a real knight.
Somehow, I think they're all going to be excellent cannon fodder. That is... And then this gets refreshed.
Why? They're just birds.
Alright. Well, we're definitely going Bran and then attacking, because if we can have Bran on board when the Saronite and then when the Doppelgangster hit the field, it's just going to be insane.
Real swords. You monster!
Oh, of course! How are you going to kill Bran with that? Yeah! I love it. It's juicy, dude. I love it. How long can this go on? How long can this go on? How long can this go on? Like one of the only spells in my deck. Oh, there goes that Bran. That's unfortunate, but okay. I actually think I just start going like way all face.
Real swords.
Do they? I always thought they said feed me. Are they saying free me?
Sometimes I wish I were a bird.
Only sometimes? I've known you for 4 seconds, Ravencaller, and I knew that the whole time I've known you.
They're using real
solid Edgar Allan Poe reference there at the very end. Once upon a midnight weary, as I wandered weak and weary, midnight dreary, as I wandered weak and weary through many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore. As I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a rapping, as though someone gently tapping at my chamber door. 'Tis some visitor, I muttered, only this, and nothing more. Cost 1 less for each time you fired your cannons. That's bad. Summon an extra cannon? That's good. But it comes with a curse. That's bad. Put 2 minions from your hand into the battlefield and give them charge. That's really bad, because most of my things rely on their battle cry effects. Most of my more expensive minions, that is. We'll take the Grizzled Reinforcement there. Nozot's first mate, as well as Patches the Pirate, that doesn't charge anymore. And Captain Greenskin. Not really feeling any of those. I think I actually take Vanguard here. As much as I do like the Militia Commander, and they come out as a 5/7 for 4 with Rush. Actually, I probably need to take that, don't I? They're just going to be too good.
Once rid the town of vermin, like you.
Hanagal, Ratcatcher Hanagal. Rats aren't always the most loyal pets. Whenever a minion dies, give the adjacent minions +1 attack. That is a passive hero power, and it doesn't specifically say him. So I think... That's right. I think we get it. I wonder if minions are going to count as adjacent to one another if in between them exists a cannon. Well, we keep the Grizzled Reinforcement, and if at all we have the capability of playing Grand Burst, let's do that. It's everything I ever dreamed of. Didn't get a 1-cost minion, right? Well, at least I kill it.
Get it out! Get it out!
Yeah, this is just gonna be a zoo deck, I have to feel.
Who knows what secrets will uncover?
Big sharp pointy teeth.
I love it. Yeah. Removing all of them at the same time is gonna be the challenge. But I think I'm up to the task. That's a lot of turrets. Alright. And let's also drop you. So the adjacent bonus didn't work there. So it doesn't count as adjacent across the... Well, hero power, which will kill one of them. Buffs the other one. And now, if I lowly Squire hero power, I get to kill again. Murder. That's never gonna work for you, friend. Okay, if I line them up differently, like if I extra power, or extra powder, rather. Then attack with this, then bash you. Right, I can line them up in such a way that I'll deal 6 face damage there, and then I'm able to kill with these 2 exactly. All that Slay the Spire ordering is coming back to me, eh? Maybe I actually take the legends, because Nexus Champion Sarad would be really, really good. It's Inspire. Like, Inspire minions are going to be good in this deck because we're supposed to use our Hero Bearer a bunch. But at the same rate, I kind of just want more early game. Yeah, I think I need to take Cruel Taskmaster and Ravaging. Bone Mare is also a nice way to get back on the field suddenly. Baron the Blind. Poor vision doesn't matter like his, with strength rather, like his. One mana. Hero power, spend all your armor, deal that much damage to a random minion. Okay, so our goal is effectively going to be removing his armor consistently so that he can't shield bash with it.
Darius versus Baron.
Okay. Doesn't even get his title in there.
I am in position. Who's there? I can smell you.
Not surprised. Gunpowder has quite a stench to it. Yeah. It was too much to hope for a 1-cost minion off that draw. I think I will actually just naturally play the Cruel Taskmaster here, though.
Armor made to fit.
Yeah, that needs to die real soon. I'll give you the armor and then take it away.
May my ancestors watch over.
At the very least, I have the Militia Commander coming out next turn, so life's good.
Defend the gates! To me!
And then you're just a 2/5 from now on. Removal spell plus a 2/5.
May my ancestors watch over.
Okay, I'm basically just setting that up so that I have the ability to play the King's Defender. Ready to fling! This guy's gonna have like so many self-damaging things. I'm just amazed that they're not active yet.
No problem.
I should also remove all of these. Where is all your armor generation? You have to have it. The whole point of your deck, my dude. I'm actually going to use extra powder so that I only have to sack one minion here. In fact, I don't even have to sack it, but this guy definitely has Whirlwind effects. He has to have Whirlwind effects in that deck. The deck does not make sense without them, with what he's currently putting down. What are you doing? I'm giving so much respect to this enemy right now. It doesn't make sense to have this deck without Whirlwind effects. Do you not have any Whirlwinds in hand? Like, you can't get Whirlwinds, you can't get Ravaging Ghouls. What is up? I feel bad for you. I actually feel bad for you. There is a level on which I feel bad for you.
I have an axe to grind.
I can take the hit.
Okay, that makes sense. Finally some armor. I probably wouldn't have done that if I were you. Especially wouldn't have done that. Makes a bit more sense. Okay, so the cannon does not count as a minion for the sake of Dry Whisker Armorer. That's interesting because it gives me a hint about some of the other interactions that I may want to expect or not expect. Alright. Your cannons do 1 extra damage. I'm just gonna take it because I want cannons. I want to do that. The cannon thing. Second brand Bronzebeard when it's so good in the deck because of all the battle cries and the 4+ mana slots. Forlorn Lovers.
Story. It's the story of your end.
Bound by vows, she just won't let go. Whenever a friendly minion dies, shuffle a copy into your deck. I don't... Is that good for me. It might actually be amazing for me just because I have so many battle cries that are super good.
Darius versus the forlorn lovers.
I am in position.
I'll be with you
We'll
again
throw 'em.
soon, my love.
Toss them all. There's the brand. There's the grizzled reinforcement. It's pretty much exactly what I wanted. So I'm worried that I may actually not want to play the Abusive Sergeant. Yeah, okay, never mind. I do want to play the Lowly Squire.
Real night. Run away.
What? See? He said run away. I don't really understand. Am I being milled? My enemy is just going to shuffle all their stuff back into that. I'm being milled. Oh my. Well, I'm glad they used Naturalize, and I'm glad they didn't use Naturalize on this, because that means they probably don't have Naturalize in hand anymore. Okay, let's summon all these cannons. Give some extra HP to you.
Don't go.
Fine. Didn't even clear all my board. And I can deal 6 damage with my hero power right now if I wanted to, but I don't. So that's okay. We don't really have space to make use of the Doppelganger Evolve. Doppelganger Evolve? We don't even have Evolve. Sorry, we don't have the ability to make use of Brand Doppelganger. So I actually think we just Fierce Monkey and then hero power the face for 6 damage. Now, we should keep in mind, extra powder is 3. It's 3+, so that would take us to 15. Did you just... You did. Huh. Me personally, I wouldn't have done that one.
Welcome.
God, I'm dumb. I was supposed to play the Grizzled Reinforcement. This is how dumb I am. I now have to bash my own minion so that I can do the cool thing that I was planning the entire time.
Your history.
I'm never letting go.
Okay, so you got a copy in your deck as well as in your hand. That's interesting.
Welcome to my web. Welcome to my web.
Well, we're going to be able to kill a lot of them as long as we're just slightly out of sync with their current position. We will be able to kill a lot of them.
Welcome to my web.
Oh, to where in particular? Are we in a particular place? Okay. Hero power, and then I'll just hero power again. Make sure all the splitsies.
Close. Come back to me.
Cool. Alright, we're gonna survive this.
Was a man from Cannoneer.
Feels good. Enemy's dead, right? Yup. Hit him with that 10 deep. My darling. Alright, now... This is our 7th, I think? Oh, Bomb Lobber! Brand Bronzebeard Bomb Lobber? Take it.
Oh, poor lost Azalina. She'll find a way out, one way or another.
So we have fought Azalina before. I thought we fought her as like our 5th or 6th boss, so I don't think she'll have an upgraded hero power, though I should have checked.
I am in position.
Be still, my beating heart. Now that
I must save my children.
pretty good opening hand. I've got 2 Bran in there as well, so I might get it in time to have it for the Grizzly. We'll see. We'll see. Uh-huh. And then this says summon 3 wisps. Okay.
One day,
It's the same.
I'll be a real knight.
Come, children.
I get to hero power to kill 2 of them and then manually murder 1. Heck yeah.
We're using real resource.
See, this cannon is going to be ridiculous against them. So I think I'm just going to Ravaging here. Space.
We're using
I think I'll save the second Ravaging for when my opponent plays a card that summons an unfair amount of wisps, because that is going to happen.
we're using
That worked out pretty well. What's the matter? Couldn't summon another minion? Jeez. You're really screwing up my whole vibe here.
we're using real resource.
Oh. Oh, that hurts to watch. Oh, you didn't even summon? That does hurt to watch then. That's why I kept the Ravaging. Ravaging Ghoul's not gonna work now, is it? Yeah, because that sword. It's okay, I can just hero power a bunch of times. It's just because I'm not off sync with them, it's worse. So I guess this is what I should have done first, right? I'll just hero power again for the fun of it. 5 wisps. Basically, I need to make these cannons as central as is humanly possible at all times. Yeah, all of that worked out pretty well for me, I feel. As central as possible, he says, and then immediately screws up by putting the Saronite on the right side of the board rather than the left.
There you are. Their bodies. Get them.
Well, at least they don't have the extra HP when they're under my opponent's control. If I do that first, I can split that attack. And that one. I'm effectively just holding a bunch of resources in my hand just in case. I don't think any of them are going to be necessary at this point. No, they're not going to be necessary. Okay, we'll bomb lob. Lose 7 HP. Attack the enemy, and then just rinse and repeat, I guess.
Here there is no light.
Again, bomb lob on the wrong side of the board. So, you know. I'm bad, basically. Ooh. I kind of want to overfill your hand. Yeah, let's do it. Well, because I can kill you on board anyway, so this is just a fun little thing that I get to do. Oh well. The wisps? I don't really mind. Treasure, holy book. Silence and destroy a minion. Summon a 10/10 copy of it. 6? It costs 6? Put 2 minions through. That's bad. Whenever this minion attacks, fire your cannons. Oh, Tuskar Raider, though. I think Tuskar Raider is like really good, but I think Holy Book is going to be necessary because we don't really have much hard removal in this deck. And since we remove like at such low HP values, I think it's easy for us to get overrun by a ridiculous minion. No, Marsh Drake is actually super interesting because we can Marsh Drake and then just destroy it with the cannon, the Poisonous Drake Slayer, that is. I think, however, I should probably take the Warcry, and just to have these Primordial Drakes as late game drops.
Godfrey, we had an agreement. This one is yours.
Deal 2 damage to a minion and the minions next to it. Now, good thing, we can use the cannons to spread out our minions so that there isn't any adjacency between them. Lord of Shadowfang Keep has a bullet to pick with Crowley. Okay. It's important always to stretch before a Hearthstone boss match. All right, Godfrey.
Versus Lord Godfrey.
Bad.
Godfrey,
Bad, not
you
good.
traitor.
Garbage hand.
It's time to pay.
You're one to talk about loyalty, Crowley.
Okay, that was not good. The whole hand thing didn't really work out for me. Lowly Squire off the top deck. Here we go. One out of 30.
One day, I'll be a
Of course, I knew it was going to happen. It had to happen that
I
way.
told Greymane to leave you rotting in prison, Crowley.
You were rotten even before you died, Godfrey.
Okay, so that's not Dart Trap.
We're using real swords.
Job done.
I mean, that's when you want to trigger Explosive Trap.
Run
Yeah.
away!
Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah, as soon as you come down with a minion like that. Yeah. Well, see, the thing... Alright, let's just play some fodder for it. Death Rattle deck. I'm glad I took the book, I guess. That makes sense. Well, at the very least, here we get to hero power. If only this cost 1, I could do it again. Well, twice. It's just I really want to kill the Seeping Oozling before I do, or rather commit anything else to the board. Now, if this holds, if Bran holds this turn, we're in great position because I can militia. No. That's the second Hunter's Mark at least. Because I could have militia commanded and gotten a militia commander with 8 attack. That would be really handy.
How long can this go on? How long can this go on? Back to work.
With both of those Gurubashi Berserkers on the board, our cannon's kind of frozen.
To watch the world burn.
To a minion, so he can do it to his own minions. That's what I was worried about, actually. What's the damage there?
No problem.
then I can split the damage there as well. And then just do 2 to face or summon a minion. You know what? My opponent's actually kind of supremely out of resources, so I don't really need to summon that many minions. I don't think. That's not good. That's a bad thing. Oh, never mind. He didn't target his own minions. Beautiful. As long as I can guarantee that that Acolyte doesn't draw many cards, we're going to be in a good position here. So the best way to guarantee that it doesn't draw that many cards is probably just murder it myself.
Defend the gates.
So do that, then hero power. I'm getting some good kills right there. You know what? Removal there is just so much more important. All right, you get 2 cards from your... Oh, no. Well, at the very least, I've got both Ravaging Ghoul and the Primordial Drake and the Cannon. So the amount of Mastiffs on the field is not a problem, but it is annoying.
Defend the gates.
All right, this will prevent a draw. Then we'll Ravage. It's gonna take like a blatantly unfair card at this rate to really harm us. I'm taking that. I'm so taking that. Are you kidding me? Look at it on my board. Summon a minion for me, dude. One of the big reasons that I wanted to take this is because it locks my opponent's pistol barrage.
Reactor core online.
Double the damage and healing of your hero power. Ah. You did it. You summoned another one for me. Thank you. You did it. You really did it. And now with this giant doom on the board, you should just be able to ride this one to victory. The reinforcements, or entrenchment, or whatever it was called, is so much more effective than I thought it was. It is entrenched. Thinking of that. It turned out to be so much more effective than I would have given it credit for initially. All right.
Excellent maneuver.
Is this actually the final encounter? If so, we did it. We succeeded with one of the characters, the Cannoneer, finally. Finally. Second episode succeeded with the character. Fine with that hit rate. Yep, 8 out of 8 defeated. Runs completed 1, monsters defeated 8. Monster hunt cleared with the Cannoneer.
Will not be mastered so easily. Will the others fare as well as you?
Unlocked by completing the monster hunt. Okay, so I do have to defeat the terrible power behind Witchwood using all 4 monster hunting heroes. How am I going to control 4 heroes at the same time? But I am 1 out of 4 for the completion of this mode. Until next time, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Hearthstone Monster Hunt. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.